So I'm currently behind the wheel of the 2025 Toyota 4Runner in the Trailhunter trim, and I'm going to take some time to go through the interior of this thing. But before I do, if you could please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. So like I normally do in my videos, I'm going to start over here on the left. So you've got your window switches right here, you've got your door locks, you've got your toggles for your rear mirror adjustment. You got a nice grippy grab handle right here. On the door card as well, it'll showcase better when I get to the passenger door, but you've got some holes, kind of like a tactical cubby hole space. There's JBL speakers, which also I'll showcase better when I get to the passenger side. It's kind of like a rugged design on the speaker as well. And then it features Trailhunter branding on the door card. Up top, you got your door latch. You got 3 buttons for the driver seating position. You can set it for 2 different options for whatever you want to sit. Then you have a whole slew of buttons over to the right. So you have a button you can toggle the brightness of the fog lights. You have a dim level button for the gauge cluster, the gas tank release. You got the automatic headlight button, traction control off, the button to turn on the 120 volt plug, button for the rear hatch, and then 4 auxiliary buttons that you could set things like, you know, light bars, any sort of other options you would want to, you know, additional to all the lights that are already on the vehicle. You could set here and kind of plug them into your car. You've got a on-off button for the rear hatch light, button for the light bar, button for the fog lights as well. Then you have the full crisp clear digital display. So there are multiple pages and presets you can set, but I'll basically showcase everything you can put inside of the 2 main gauges. So let's start over on the left side and then start all the way at the top. So you can have a blank, you can have fuel economy, navigation. So if you don't have a destination set, it'll showcase the compass like this. Audio, whatever you're listening to, drive info, traction monitor. This will basically showcase where the power is going to the wheels, trailer brake, the auxiliary gauges. So you got battery and temperature turbo gauge. So you can kind of have like the I-force on the left and the max on the right, kind of like how I have it. And then electric boost gauge, kind of how I have it over there on the left. So let's kind of do that right now. Blank in the middle, and then driving support mode, settings, and a message. So I'm kind of leaving this one blank. And over on the right, starting from the bottom, you got engine, trans, oil temp, trailer mode, pitch and roll. So right now I am on farmland, so I kind of have that angle to showcase, you know, how it's actually working. You know, a lot of people showcase this gauge and be in a flat parking lot, so you won't actually see it work. That traction monitor, tire pressures for all 4 corners, trip B and trip A. So, you know, one of those off-road performance pitch and roll is good, as well as the electric boost gauge. But you can see where you can kind of adjust everything there. So obviously the left is old school tach, right is speedometer, and also in the center you have your speedometer digitally and whatever gear you're in. But then there's also drive modes that will be displayed. So you have sport, kind of livens it up with a reddish hue once you get that animation to go away in a second. So you got that kind of reddish mountainous color scheme in the back. But then you also have normal, it's white, which was the screen that was being displayed the whole time I was going through this. And eco is green, and once this disappears, it'll be kind of like a green bluish color scheme on the back side. And then there's also, if you put it in 4-wheel drive high or 4-wheel drive low, you also have the multi-terrain select modes, which give it different color schemes as well. And once I get to the drive modes and multi-terrain select, I'll kind of describe what all these modes do, but you can see there's different color options for that as well. Get it back into too high. So going to the steering wheel, how it's adjusting everything up there is over here on the left. So if you push in the OK button, that's kind of how you can get to the settings to adjust the gauges or the center screen however you want, going left and right. You got a back button, you got volume controls right here, talking to the car, talking on your phone, Over on the right is most of your cruise control options, mode, and then the tuner of whatever you're listening to. Give you a better look at the steering wheel. Behind the steering wheel is the engine start stop button right here. And you also have trailer brake option settings right here. Then you have the big navigation screen. So you got 5 main pages you can go on. So you have navigation, whatever media you're listening to, phone, and then vehicle, which features trip information, which is the screen I was in, current history, and vehicle alert, which hopefully there's nothing there when you have your vehicle. Then you got settings. You can adjust everything: personal info, Bluetooth devices, general, notifications, Wi-Fi, display, sound media, voice search, vehicle customize. Go in there for a second. You can change everything like lights, illumination, door control, boarding, exit, climate, utility, you name it, you can change it. Dealer info security, software update, and apps. So uniquely in a lot of the newer performance Toyotas, behind this screen you have a JBL speaker that is removable. So that's kind of cool. You can take this with you, Bluetooth. You can see it right there. That's cool. I'll put that back when the video is done. Coming down from there, you got your volume control. You've got all your HVAC controls. So you have a button right here to limit the airflow to just the driver and passenger in the front, not the rear. You have a heated steering wheel button right here. You have 3 levels of heated and ventilated seats for both the driver and the passenger. All the controls for, the fan control are all switches right here. Defrost for the mirrors. The temperature is controlled by these knobs. They can be put in the sync, and then the temperature displays in the center. On the right is a hazard button right there. Coming down from there, you have a charging pad, a pad of space behind that as well, and then 2 USB-C plugs, old smoker's plug, as I say. You got a nice grab handle and more of that textured whole tactical looking stuff. Right here looks like it's a good spot to wrap a cord around, like a charger. If you plug it in here, you can wrap it a bunch of times and not have a bunch of slack just hanging around, which is good. Then you have your gear lever. So you have park, reverse, neutral, and drive. Once you're in drive, you can knock it over and go into the sport manual mode or S mode, and you can shift your own gears should you wish. You have your parking brake latch right here. You have the hold button. So if you're at a red light, you want to save your right foot from doing a lot of traffic, you can push that and the vehicle will hold for you. And then you have this multi-function toggle right here. So right now, drive mode is illuminated. So twisting this left and right, would you guessed it, switch it between different drive modes. But should I want to use any of the other modes, you just simply push down. Now, MTS is not going to work in too high when I was showcasing the gauge cluster. So you have to put it in 4 high or 4 low, and then you can push the MTS and you can adjust between the different drive modes. Now, the drive modes in Toyotas are really simple in the sense of the name basically tells you when to use it. So, for the simple drive modes of normal, eco, and sport, eco, you're going to get a more fuel efficient driving experience, where sport, you're going to have the full performance potential of the vehicle unlocked, right? But in the sense of the MTS modes, that also is the case. So you have dirt, sand, mud, and deep snow. Now, when should you use these drive modes? I imagine if you're in a dirt situation, use the dirt mode. If you're in sand or you're about to drive up to a beach and camp or something like that, use the sand mode. You got some really crappy driveway and it's just mud city, use mud. And any sort of snow situation, use that snow mode. So that's why I really like Toyotas, because the modes aren't hidden behind marketing jazz. They're just going to tell you when to use the modes when you need them. Also have tow haul, and then the crawl control mode as well. Now, look, the 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low, you push in this like a little key, and then you turn where this arrow is going to each of the different modes. So that's how it kind of works. To the right of that, you have trailer options. You have a camera view. Pushing that showcases 360 degrees around. Pushing again, disappears. You have a rear diff lock and a stability bar disconnect button as well, which is really cool. Then you have 2 cup holders right here, holding the bottom of my gimbal. And you have your armrest reveals cubbyhole space. Probably 3 Cokes on their sides will fit here. 4Runner branding on the bottom of this right here. The passenger side features nice Toyota branding. There's cubbyhole space up here about the thickness of a phone and probably 3 phones long. And you got your glove box. Like I said, the JBL speaker system is throughout the cabin. It's better view right here on the passenger side on the door card. I mean, I'm on the A-pillar and then also on the door card. More that tactical Trailhunter branding I mentioned. The seats, design of the seats. Going to the rear, currently holding my son's car seat. Better look in the rear. There is no sunroof, but you got some light controls, sunglass holder right here. The mirror, so this is the mirror for the inside, and you flick it and you can see what's behind. But that is pretty much the interior of the 2025 Toyota 4Runner in the Trailhunter trim. If there is some feature or detail I didn't go in depth enough on and you have some additional questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will answer them. And if you can please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you've not already. Every little bit helps and I appreciate it all. Thanks for watching.